Ty Jerome of the Cleveland Cavaliers is playing the best basketball of his 6-year career this year. In what seems like the year of Peyton Pritchard or Malik Beasley, who are in the running for Sixth Man of the Year, or DeAndre Hunter, who's coming off the bench playing starter-like minutes, Jerome sure does make his case in limited minutes as one of, if not the best bench player in the NBA, all while doing it on the best team in the NBA this year. Jerome has quietly been playing amazing basketball, and while his play is often highly overshadowed by the likes of his all-star teammates Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, or Evan Mobley, it is hard to say that the league-leading Cavaliers would be having their best season in franchise history had it not been for the leap Jerome has made this year. While the pitfall in recognition may come from how evenly spread out the Cavs are statistically, it is worth noting how valuable Jerome has been to them this year. This season, in 19 minutes of play off the bench, Jerome is averaging 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists on an amazing 50-40-90 shooting splits. Jerome is a near perfect fit for the current core pieces that the Cavaliers already have and what they're trying to do. They do not need someone to come out and score 30 a night off the bench. They have borderline 4 all-star caliber players on the team already. But where Jerome really fits into this team is his ability to run the offense with the second unit. Jerome is leading the Cavs bench to a top 10 scoring bench in the NBA this year, and it all starts with his ability to shoot the ball. Jerome is shooting a flaming 43% from 3 this year, good for 4th in the entire league, and he can do it in a variety of ways. One of the things that Jerome does best is rise up off ball screens. As you see here, Jerome is going to come off the ball screen, and notice how the center is in a drop coverage. Jerome is going to read that and get his whole body planted towards the basket and rise up. Same thing here. Bam Adebayo is going to be in a drop coverage off the ball screen, and by the time Jerome is even rising up for a shot, it is too late to get a contest and it's bottom of the net for someone of his shooting caliber. Jerome also has the ability to get his shoulders squared towards the rim no matter the direction he's dribbling into a shot. If you notice here, he's coming off a ball screen with his left hand and his shoulders are basically faced towards the sideline. But not even a split second later when rising up, his shoulders and balance are now square at the rim. Being able to dribble in any direction and still maintain balance on a shot is such a skill to have. With how the Cavaliers' current roster is constructed, Jerome does not even need the ball in his hands the majority of the time, as he flourishes as a great catch-and-shoot weapon for them. Although he is a great facilitator and orchestrator of the offense, putting Jerome out there in space with guys like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell who demand the attention of all 5 defenders frees up Jerome to do what he does at a top 5 rate in the NBA, which is catch and shoot threes. His ability to space off the ball and rise up or shift down on other players' drives in order to receive the pass and shoot is a very underrated part of his game, and also what makes the Cavaliers' offense so lethal. A lot of times, Jerome is even sprinting to a spot on a fast break and still has the ability to stop on a dime, get his shoulder square, and knock it down. While Jerome is heavily known for his outside shooting, where I see he really thrives is his ability to get inside the paint and finish in a variety of ways. The way he uses his body to create bumps into a floater is as good as anyone in the entire league. Jerome is not overly athletic or quick and is not physically imposing. When Jerome drives to the basket, a lot of times he's actually seeking that initial bump, allowing him to gather and create a little separation from the defender and get into a floater. As you see here, Jerome is going to be picked up by Bilal Coulibaly from the Washington Wizards, who is a great defender. Because Jerome knows when he drives he has no angle and won't be able to get by Coulibaly, Jerome immediately puts his shoulder down, initiates contact to where now there is space for Jerome to get his floater off. Same thing here. Jerome is going to be cut off multiple times on his drive where he is left with no other option than to immediately create a bump with his defender, put his shoulder down, stop on a dime, and get to his floater. I think with a lot of guys who are undersized or inferior athletically, using the bump to initiate contact and gather into a floater is something that makes getting to the paint and finishing more attainable. You see guys like Tyus Jones and Peyton Pritchard do it all the time as well. To also get in the paint, Jerome makes good use of the crab dribble off ball screens. When Jerome comes off the ball screen, his pace is so amazing in that he grabs his defender and puts him on his backside, allowing time for the roll man to take the drop defender, and Jerome gets to his patent floater. Jerome is not a guard who will come off a ball screen and slam it home or finish at the rim with the best rim protectors in the league. He consistently puts his defenders on his back, allowing them to not get back into the play and disrupt it. Jerome is connecting on a whopping 86% of his floaters this year and making 63% of all close mid-range shots 15 feet and in, and a lot of that has to do with the use of his crab dribble. As you see here, Jerome is going to dribble off the pick and roll, and notice how he's going to keep his defender on his back. Jerome is not immediately going to get downhill and attack Jaren Jackson Jr. with all this space. He is going to allow time for Jared Allen to roll back into the play. Essentially, this makes it a 2-on-1 with Allen and Jerome and Jaren Jackson, with Jerome's defender on his backside. He is then going to get to that patent floater. Jerome also has a great feel for orchestrating the offense beyond scoring, finding his teammates for open looks by way of probing the paint and hitting backside shooters, or hitting a slip from Evan Mobley or Jared Allen for an easy dunk, or finding open shooters in early offense. Jerome has the ability to use angles and different variations of speed to get inside the heart of the defense, draw two, and kick it to the open man. Getting his teammates involved and letting the offense develop on any given possession, even when that means he is not scoring the ball, is something Jerome takes directly from his Virginia days, where he also led the collegiate Cavaliers to the Final Four. And just like that, y'all, my second player breakdown is done. I had a blast making this one for Ty Jerome. He's quickly become one of my favorite players in the league to watch, and I believe he should be getting more recognition for the Sixth Man of the Year race. I'm not saying he should win it. I'm just saying he should get more recognition for it. I promise I'm also going to be working on an intro and an outro for these videos. I know it can be kind of awkward just me talking myself out of it, but I appreciate y'all rocking with me. If y'all want to see any specific player breakdowns, please let me know in the comments and hit that subscribe button. Again, I appreciate y'all.